history will be kinder to me than the contemporary media or the powers.
Manmohan Singh. To his supporters, he was a formidable economist.
I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India.
Trained at both Oxford and Cambridge universities in the UK, and capable of turning modern India into a global superpower. His critics said he was an accidental politician who never fought an election and yet led a nation of more than 1 billion people for 10 years.
We have to accept the need for restructuring and reform.
His reputation grew when he was India's finance minister in the 1990s.
We shall pay any price, bear any burden, make any sacrifice.
Pushing bold economic reforms and saving India from bankruptcy by easing government controls and liberalising the economy, paving the way for a new Indian middle class.
I commend the budget for this August.
The policy that he introduced post-1991 have led to a massive increase in inequalities. And that is what we are confronted with today. The condition of labor has deteriorated, even though it is said that poverty has declined, but the condition of labor in urban areas, those who migrated, that has deteriorated enormously.
He was encouraged to become Prime Minister by Congress party leader Sonia Gandhi, who turned down the job after winning the 2004 election. Throughout his time in office, he was dogged by allegations that he couldn't fight the influence of the Gandhi family, India's most prominent political dynasty, that gave the country 3 prime ministers.
He understood his limits. He was not a mass political leader, but he realized that given the interplay of players and forces within the Congress party and within the Indian politics at that time, throughout his 10 years as Prime Minister, to him, India's stability was the primary concern.
One of Manmohan Singh's biggest achievements was the 2005 civil nuclear agreement with the US. It brought New Delhi closer to Washington and ended India's 3-decade-long isolation in nuclear trade. India also became one of the world's fastest-growing economies. And at the height of global recession in 2008, Singh ensured it weathered the storm. Singh introduced laws that ensured the right to work for India's poorest, free and compulsory elementary education for all children, and he unveiled India's first action plan to fight climate change. His second term was mired by parliamentary deadlock and a series of corruption scandals involving government ministers. In 2014, he decided to pass on the leadership mantle, but the election saw a devastating defeat for the Congress party and the rise of Narendra Modi's Hindu nationalist BJP. After 10 years as government leader, Singh continued in the upper house of Indian Parliament and to spend time with his wife Kusharan Kaur and 3 daughters.
My life and tenure in public office are an open book. I've always tried to do my best in serving this great nation of ours.
He was sometimes accused of being too quiet, too cautious. But as former US President Barack Obama once said, when Singh spoke, the world listened.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.